There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We've finally witnessed the collapse. If you are subscribed to this channel, this fall in the Bitcoin price should not have come as a surprise to you. As on yesterday's stream, I was pointing out the possibility here of a double bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame. Right now, we've seen it drop out of this upward sloping parallel channel. Are the bears back in control? Could this be the end of the bull run of 2020? Let's dive in and analyze what is going on, ladies and gentlemen. Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. If you can't already tell, the Don is fired up. Apparently, Satoshi does not like turkey. Because here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on Thanksgiving Day, and the Bitcoin price is seeing an all-out debacle. Before we even get started with the regular analysis, I just want to say that I have already seen Moonboys talking about how Thanksgiving is bullish for Bitcoin. Let me repeat that, folks. These Moonboys have stated that Thanksgiving is bullish for Bitcoin. Uncle Peabody, Auntie Sinclair, talking about mashed potatoes and Bitcoin is bullish for Bitcoin. Where's their brain, ladies and gentlemen? You think in a market that's worth hundreds of billions of dollars, that Auntie Sinclair taking a fork full of creamed corn and talking about the crypto space is really going to pump this market to the moon? Little James, you've got a lot to learn, so let me lay it down for you. But of course, before we begin here with our technical analysis, if you could, my friends, hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, tick the little bell, and select all. Welcome to the most realistic Bitcoin technical analysis channel you're ever going to find. Now, my friends, here we are. Let's begin. As I stated earlier, we've seen the Bitcoin price fall out of this upward sloping parallel channel. Inherently bearish, and if we look at the one-day time frame here, we are seeing the creation potentially here. Keep in mind there's a lot of time left in this daily candle, but right now this is a sick, disgusting, bearish engulfing candle, right? It's engulfed a lot of this action here, and this essentially is the largest single-day candle to the downside we've had on this entire run up. Now, is this telling of the times? Are we due for a correction? Well, in and of itself, I would say that we've been awaiting a correction here, right? Have we not? We've been testing up towards the prior all-time high. We've been on a parabolic rip to the moon with little to no correction at all. And my friends, this, from a bullish standpoint, is healthy, right? If Bitcoin drops way further than even where it's dropped now, we're going to discuss targets and such, but if Bitcoin falls even way further than this and is able to find support above all of this old resistance, my friends, I think this still could certainly be very, very bullish here. Pullbacks in bear markets, pullbacks in bull markets happen all the time. They happened all the time from 2016 through 2017 during the most parabolic bull run in Bitcoin history. Just look at all of these heinous market declines over and over and over and over again. But the general direction of the market was always upwards, right? Now, of course, past performance does not indicate future results, but I'm just stating that we needed a pullback here at some time, right? The problem is you get a lot of noobs in the market that FOMO in, this is it, Kirby, we're going to the moon. I can't even believe what I've been reading this week, ladies and gentlemen. Thanksgiving's bullish for Bitcoin. Bitcoin will never see a pullback again. I had people saying that the maximum drawdown for Bitcoin was now going to be 5% because it's the institutions, Kirby. Crazy, little James. Sheesh. Get a brain up in that cranium, my friend. Get a brain up in that cranium. Right now, we have to start examining areas of potential value for bullish speculators. And by that, I mean, where could support possibly come in? And then where could we possibly see this trend resume? Okay, so first and foremost, let's take a look here at our Fibonacci extension targets, rather our Fibonacci retracement targets. I have it beginning from right here, which is where I consider the beginning of the move to be. Okay, and that's really this move here. You know what? For the sake of this, we'll actually just draw it down to this point here. Okay, now from the beginning of this move here to the top of where we've been now, let's look at the Fibonacci retracement levels. All right. Notice that right now we are finding the bulk of our support right here at our first target, the 0.236. And if we actually zoom into the 4-hour, you could see that basically most of this action has actually settled up right on this level. So apparently the algorithms are essentially finding Fibonacci levels right now to be the area that they are focusing on. That is my sentiment there. That's what I'm taking from that. So if this level does hold, well, maybe this is just a small correction and we do look to rip to an all-time high. I don't want to rule that out of the cards. It's possible that this correction is already over if the bots are going to continue to find buy support here, right? Or rather continue to stick in buy support here. It's if this level is now lost and we start to begin to close 4-hour candles below there, right? So 4-hour candles closing below 17,200. That's where it gets a little iffy for me, as then I would speculate that it's possible that the bots will look to target down to the 0.382. Now, the 0.382 here on my chart is at about 15,800, and it is in confluence here with a ton of support and resistance flips on a micro time frame, right? So this area in particular, my friends, is probably going to be where I'm looking to see if the buying will come in there, or, the opposite perspective, will the selling stop around there, right? Because if so, I mean, that looks like a pretty healthy correction, and maybe we can look to resume the bull trend. I mean, it's always possible we could double top around there and plunge again, but this area right here has the most confluence in the micro perspective, in my opinion. Now, the reason I'm saying that that area is of significant interest for me is because that's basically it, right? That's basically it. Besides that, if we drop, we're talking about a full-blown correction, potentially all the way back down to our prior peak here around 14,000 and the breakout zone at about 12,200 that we saw Bitcoin break out of and rip. Right? We do have the honey hole of Don Fibonacci here between the 0.5 and the 0.618, between 14,006 and 13,500. So I'm just stating that, hey, I mean, from a very, very bullish perspective, that essentially the parabola is going to continue and that we're just going to see a small pullback before a rip to a new high. I want to see this 382 hold. I want to see potentially even right now the 236 hold. But my friends, if the 0.382 fails, right, and that, keep in mind, is around 15,800, if we drop below there and start to really maintain hourly candle body closes below there, for me, I am going to brace for further potential impact, a further potential plunge into the crypto abyss, possibly down into the honey hole, which is, into the 14,000s and possibly $13,000 range. But again, for a long-term outlook on Bitcoin, this could be very, very healthy, as we would just be back testing old support and resistance flips to now potentially turn this old bear market ceiling into a new potential bull market floor to begin the true next bull market for Bitcoin. Let's get this crypto. I hope that you see that. And my friends, if you are enjoying thus far and appreciate this realistic analysis here, if you could smash that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, click the bell, and tick all, it would be very greatly appreciated. Thank you. Now, in this very, very parabolic, overly exuberant, irrational market environment, it's very, very easy to get caught up in whipsaw action and get wrecked, right? As I stated for you guys yesterday, we were seeing that bearish divergence on the 4-hour. We even saw the bearish divergence on the 1-day time frame. Okay, we saw a double bearish divergence on the 1-day time frame. It did play out. The fact of the matter is that I explained to you guys that we had seen bearish divergences on the way up as well. And they didn't always play out. So right now, it's almost like playing with fire in here, where emotions are just running so high right now. And there was a little bit of FUD, right? Some fear, uncertainty, and doubt that did come out It was surrounding speculation around regulations with self-hosted crypto wallets. We're going to have to see what happens there. But, this chart was due for a pullback, my friend. So I'm not so much buying the fact that that story had to do with the price drop. I mean, sure, you could say that it could, but the Don, ladies and gentlemen. That to me is like saying Thanksgiving is bullish for Bitcoin. I'd rather look at the chart than look at some hullabaloo Garbaggio news story and blame the price action on that. I think that we just were closing in on an all-time high. We've seen a psychological double top rejection, and we're seeing a potentially healthy drawdown to some key Fibonacci levels, possibly to some key support and key Fibonacci levels. And if we do break down below there, well, it doesn't have to be the end of the world, because anywhere in this green box for me is tentative support. That's just a speculative hypothesis. Sure, if we dump that low, we could lose that area and plunge into the abyss even further, right? I don't have a crystal ball. Nobody does, right? Just be aware that right now you have a lot of newcomers in this market that have speculated with dumb money here. They have essentially FOMO'd into a parabolic uptrend. And when you get a lot of new money in, a lot of new money can be quick to press the button and sell, panic sell when things go bad. And that can cause whipsaw action up and down, up and down, up and down, especially when you add bots and algorithms into the equation. So, for traders right now, this is probably going to be a bit of a challenging time here. For the Don right now, I am looking for potential trade setup ideas to maybe buy this debacle, right? I don't call it buy the dip anymore, ladies and gentlemen. The Don calls it buy the debacle. Hashtag buy the debacle. If we do see a deep plunge into the abyss, the Don may be looking to strike down below here, possibly with some longs. I'll have to see. It's all tentative right now for me. But right now, this does look like we could be seeing the makings of a larger potential correction. If, keyword if, we're going to remain extremely bullish here, I want to see anywhere from 15,800, even 15,700, up to where we are at now. I want to see this range hold, okay, for a super bullish trend where we could continue parabola. If we lose that region, I'm more under the impression here that we could be in a longer term correction, possibly, to spend a little bit more time to the downside rather than just continue the parabolic trend up. Okay. And to me, I think this was quite normal. Double top rejection at a prior all-time high after a seriously parabolic uptrend seems normal to me. I think the only ones that this may not seem normal to are newcomers that FOMO'd into a space, quoting that Thanksgiving is bullish for Bitcoin. My friends, just keep a level head here. That's all I can say. Have a wonderful day today. And listen, just keep your wits about you. Try and remain as unemotional as you can in this market. Always have a plan. If you fail to plan, then your plan is to fail. The Don does not plan to fail. The Don plans to succeed. So right now, I'm just going to continue to watch, like I've stated, right? I did see that this was potentially going to be a disaster here. The risk level is so high, though. So for me right now, I'm just going to continue to wait and watch until I see something that I perceive to be a concrete setup with a very potentially high reward and low risk for myself to potentially crush this market and get this crypto. So until next time, my friends, one last time, if you could smash that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, thank you. And if you are brand new, don't forget to subscribe, take the little bell and select all. Let's get this crypto. So until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.
The material in this video has no regard to the specific investment objectives, financial situation, or particular needs of any viewer. This video is presented solely for informational and entertainment purposes and is not to be construed as a recommendation, solicitation, or an offer to buy or sell any securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, or any related financial instruments, nor should any of its content be taken as investment advice. Crypto Kirby is not a financial advisor. The views expressed in this video are completely speculative opinions and do not guarantee any specific result or profit. Trading and investing is extremely high risk and can result in the loss of all of your capital. Any opinions expressed in this video are subject to change without notice. Crypto Kirby is not under any obligation to update or keep current the information contained herein. Crypto Kirby may have an interest in the securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, and or derivatives of any any entities referred to in this material. Crypto accepts no liability whatsoever for any loss or damage of any kind arising out of the use of all or any part of this material. Crypto recommends that you consult with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment or trading decisions. Thank you for watching and have a great day.